For those of you who travel frequently, I wonder if you ever considered going to Turkey, or visiting Turkey at least. I've traveled all over Europe, but Turkey has always fascinated me. And after my 3 visits to Turkey, I can definitely say it's one of my favorite places in the whole Europe. And I'm going to tell you why. My name is Veronica. Welcome to my channel, Happy Lady One-on-One. Don't forget to subscribe, click that notification button so you get notified when the new videos are getting released. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like it and leave the comments below. Your support is very much appreciated. When I lived in Europe my first 20 years of my life, I heard all kinds of stories about Turkey. And most of the time it was about shopping and people bringing different clothes and different things from Turkey to Belarus. But then when I lived in the United States, I took a cruise to go to Greece, and one of the stops was in Turkey. And one of the ports was on the Aegean Sea at the ancient city of Ephesus. I will tell you more about this ancient city later, and I will even show you the pictures from my 20s when I visited. But when it comes to first impressions, I can definitely attest to that Turkey has a lot of things to see. There are a lot of ruins of the old Roman Empire. You can taste great food, meet very friendly people, and do a lot of great shopping. If you ever fly through Istanbul and you wonder if there is anything to see there or whether it's worthwhile of your time to stop there for a day or two and spend the night, I can assure you that you should and you won't regret it. First of all, Istanbul airport is very large. So plan ahead if you're going from one terminal to another, or if you need to arrive to the airport at a certain time, you definitely will need a couple of hours in between the flights. If you need to use internet or Wi-Fi at the airport, there are certain stations there at the airport. You cannot just get online. You will have to go to the station and get a specific code to get in. I would not suggest you to buy your souvenirs at the airport because they are very expensive. It's much cheaper to go into town where you can buy souvenirs. It's always better to pre-arrange the taxi in advance. Maybe use Booking.com or some other websites to book your taxi. Because otherwise, as soon as you leave the airport gates, you will have all these taxi cabs or drivers trying to approach you and offer you services to drive you downtown. In most of the cases, they will try to make money off you, so they will try to charge you double the price of what it costs actually to get a taxi from the airport to the old town or the historic town of Istanbul. So I personally booked my hotel and the taxis through Booking.com, so that was very reasonable. And they were able to connect with me via WhatsApp app, and then I was able to catch my taxi from the airport and back to the airport after I stayed in Istanbul. There are a lot of smaller 3-star hotels in the historic downtown Istanbul next to all the attractions, so you can easily book something via Booking.com. The historic part of Istanbul has beautiful sights. Istanbul is a major city that straddles Europe and Asia across the Bosphorus Strait. Its old city reflects cultural influences of the many empires that once ruled there. The iconic Byzantine Hagia Sophia features a soaring 6th century dome and rare Christian mosaics. Istanbul witnessed the rise and fall of empires and blending cultures. It's famous for its rich history, vibrant culture, and delicious cuisine. It has 15 million residents and is the most populous city in Europe. In Istanbul historic Old Town, you will see Hagia Sophia Grand Mosque, the Blue Mosque, Topkapi Palace, Grand Bazaar, and Galata Tower. And they also offer great dinner cruises on Bosphorus with entertainment. Some of my favorite things and best things that you should do in Turkey while visiting is, of course, try their food. Try their breakfast, try their lamb. They have delicious dishes and Mediterranean cuisine. They also have wonderful Turkish baths. So if you have time besides sightseeing, definitely go visit one of the Turkish baths. If you want to take the public transportation to go from one part of town to another, don't forget to buy Istanbul card that is a pass for their public transport. When you're visiting their restaurants, definitely don't forget to tip. One thing I will tell you about the restaurants, if you want to get something to eat, you will have all these people standing outside of the restaurants offering you to look at the menu, and they will try to invite you to come in. In many cases, it's very pushy, and overall Turkish people are rather pushy, whether you're going to the market, you're buying something, or you want something to eat. They constantly try to invite you inside, whether to get some tea or get something to eat or buy something from them. They're very pushy sushi, so be prepared for that. It is in their culture. One time I was passing by the ice cream stand, and they have a very cool performance of them playing with ice cream. And the person who sells ice cream won't be just handing it over to you. They will try to attract you first with that game or that performance they do before they sell you ice cream. It's a lot of fun. To be honest with you, I didn't expect it. I was actually shocked by how fun it was, how much I enjoyed it. So you should definitely try that. They have those ice cream stands all over the historic part of Istanbul, and they also have some other vendors. You will see a lot of police most of the time in the streets, so it is rather safe to walk around. One of my favorite things to do in Turkey is, of course, shopping. You can buy a lot of fake brands that look very real. So if you're going to Turkey, make sure you bring some money and expect to spend some money because they have amazing shops. They have amazing things you can buy. And most of the shops will be selling some high-end brands on the second or third floor of their store that are actually fake brands. So you can buy a beautiful $3,000 Louis Vuitton purse for only like $400 or $500. And you cannot really tell the difference between the fake and the real one. It's very well made and very high quality. So if you're ever going to go to Turkey, definitely go shopping and see for yourself. Some of the don'ts: don't rush in the restaurants. Enjoy the food, enjoy the experience. And even if you're offered some tea and desserts at some of the Turkish shops, enjoy that experience. Don't run off, don't be rude. Come in, try it out. Of course, they will try to sell you everything. So just be prepared for it. And if you do decide to buy something, maybe some tea, and they have amazing desserts, make sure that you pay attention to what they're putting it in, because some of the boxes, they say, yes, you can fill up this box. And that's the trap that I fell for, is I filled up the box to the brim thinking that it is the dessert per box, but it's actually per weight. So when you're buying the dessert from them or tea, everything is by weight. And the box of dessert can cost as much as $50 or $60 after you pack it completely full, although the box might be pretty small. You will see a lot of those metal brass souvenirs from Turkey that you see behind me right now. The different plates, the teapots, and the tea sets, as well as Turkish coffee sets. So some of my favorite things that I tried in Turkey was the Turkish coffee. And they actually serve it in little cups. So the Turkish coffee is served in these little cups because it's really strong, like espresso. So if you ever wanted to get one of those souvenirs home, you can buy it in Turkey, you can buy it in Istanbul in some of those shops. But after I came back home and after I bought some souvenirs, I wanted some more because these are beautifully handmade brass souvenirs. So I was able to go to Etsy website and purchase some of them directly from Turkish vendors online. And they shipped it to me very fast. I was able to get additional discounts. So it was a very good deal and it was worthwhile. So let me tell you a little bit about Ephesus, ancient city, that I started talking about in the beginning of this video. It is located in the province of Izmir on the Aegean Sea. So if you ever take a cruise and you stop there for that port, definitely go check out that city. Ephesus, ancient city, is the archaeological site with monumental ruins of Roman and Greek temples. It used to be a thriving port and was famous for its library and had an important seat in the Roman Empire. What impressed me the most about the city was the built sewage system. I mean, this city is so ancient, back in the Roman days, but they had actual bathrooms. So it was very impressive to me. The other thing that I saw in this town was a lot of cats. So if you're going to the restaurant getting some food, make sure you take some leftovers with you because there are a lot of homeless cats and dogs outside in the streets. Last year when I visited Antalya, I also went to see Pamukkale terraces. I took a bus tour from Antalya, and then they showed us around. It was an all-day tour, but it was absolutely beautiful. So if you ever have a chance, definitely go see it. Over millennia, calcite deposited by thermal water sputtering out of the ground has reshaped the hillside, creating white Pamukkale terraces. So Pamukkale has mineral-rich thermal waters that are flowing down the white travertine terraces. It is located in the ancient Roman spa city in Hierapolis, founded around 2nd century in 190 BC. Ruins include well-preserved theater and necropolis. In the same complex, they also have a Cleopatra pool, and this is where you can swim. The water from 17 hot springs and geysers come in here, and people enjoy the mineral thermal waters and swimming. I tried it out too, and it was very enjoyable. If you're a beach person, you love Mediterranean Sea, you can actually go to Antalya. That is the resort town of Turkey. And this is where I flew last year. They have a smaller airport, so you can actually fly to Istanbul, then to Antalya, and then go to the beach. There are a lot of all-inclusive resorts there, so you can book one and then have all your food included. Let me show you the all-inclusive 4-star hotel that I stayed at, and I was very impressed. It was beautiful, it had amazing rooms, great food. They did have some nightlife, some bars and nightclubs if you wanted to go dancing or have some social life, so you did not have to leave the resort. And during the day, you can go to the beach or to the multiple pools that are available right there on the property. If you want to venture out, check out Antalya City, you can definitely either take a taxi downtown to the historic part of Antalya, or you can take a tour that you can actually book via Viator, and that's what I did. In foreign countries, it's always easy to book a tour like that because then the provider will come pick you up, they will give you a tour, and they will bring you back to the hotel. It's safe, it's easy, and then you don't have to worry about the hassle of getting there by yourself, and you don't know really where you're going. So it's always better to get a tour. So if you want to go and explore Antalya, they have the historic district called Kalesi, and it has shops, restaurants. The district is famous for Hadrian's Gate. It is a historic center, and until modern times, the entire city was confined within its walls. It has structures dating back from Roman, Byzantine, Seljuk, and Ottoman, and even modern Turkish times. Some people still live there, but many buildings converted into boutiques, hotels, shops, and restaurants. The other thing that is fun to do in Antalya, Turkey, is take a boat tour. They have a beautiful harbor. They have even a waterfall that you can get close to. The boat tour that I took was with my mom, and they showed you around the area by water. So you could see the beautiful sights, some ancient ruins, the waterfall. Turkish people are extremely friendly. So if you didn't reserve any of these tours in advance, you can always do that via Viator, Or actually, you can ask at the hotel if they have any tours, and somebody will, of course, pick you up and show you around. As I said before, Turkey, or Turkey, as they call it now, is one of my favorite countries in Europe. And every opportunity I get to visit Turkey, I try to do it. It's one of those countries that you can go back to again and again. Thank you so much for staying with me till the end and watching this video. I appreciate all of your support and comments, so please don't forget to like this video, leave comments below, subscribe to my channel. Take care, and I'll see you soon.